My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire, the Heartbreaker Chronicles. Just making sure there's nothing here changed that is particularly important to me. Wingboot's relic can no longer appear after floor 40. Okay, cool. Know for yourself is out of beta, had forgotten, although that can't be activated in High Ascension. Actually, I don't know if it can be activated in literally any Ascension. Alright, nothing else is a significant game page change. Cool! Ironclad, time to go for the 15. Hello again, yeah. Lose all gold to obtain 2 random colorless cards. Those can actually be much more powerful in the Ironclad, who has typically much more costly cards, and colorless cards tend to be 0 cost. Not all of them, but tend to. I could also upgrade the Bash just to have a lot more offensive potential in the early game. Ooh, that's a good line. It starts with a shot, but then 3 elites and 3 midline rests. Importantly, I have the ability to recuperate my HP between them. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna play it safe. Upgrade the Bash. This is effectively me trying not to look a gift horse straight in those gums. That's what everyone says, right? Don't look at don't gift a horse a kick in the mouth. Right? That's what I always hear. That extra turn of vulnerability on Bash is going to be particularly important in the early game. Thunderclap versus Sword Boomerang versus Anger. I kind of want to take a copy of Anger just to dilute the deck a little bit. Because, like, our average draw has way more energy than we have the ability to spend. So, that's a Fiend Fire right there that I really want that I can't take. Sad about it. It's probably a card removal then. Yeah. Strike out of that. Support small business. I'm relatively, I am entirely on board with that. Do not worry, shopkeeper. I got your back. See? I would have missed out on some damage that turn without an Anger. It's just a really nice way to supplement your damage in the early game. Speaking of supplementing your damage in the early game, Twin Strike is a way to do that as well. The thing is, I think I'm now locking myself into a build where I'm not going to be able to win in the late game by taking Twin Strike over the Entrench in the last shop and Body Slam now. I would need strength in this build in order to make it work. Do I want to take a Body Slam for planning for later? I don't think I can. I think I need to do all of my planning for later, because if I do it right now, I'm just gonna die. So that's 20 HP on the frontliner, so Twin Strike, Double Strike, kill. Absolute most defensive I could have been that turn. $10-9. We have lethal, right? Yeah. Oh, you offered me a second Entrench already. You can't do that. See, if I was playing like I was playing a low Ascension run or a deck that I intend to continue having thin rather. Wow, I should not have messed those up. Anyway. If I was intending that, I would have held off earlier. Like, I would have held off longer to build my archetype. And as a result, I would have 2 Entrenches in the deck and a Body Slam already. And that would go wildly. It would be destroyed on the first floor. But after that, it would be successful. I think I'd take the Entrench here. Just so that I have the ability to pivot later if I need to. A strike. Basically the most damage I could do on the opening turn. I do need to continue damaging, so... Oh well. Entrench is just not going to be the right play for a very long period of time, but it does give me the ability to pivot later by picking up a barricade and then making myself effectively immune to the damage coming out of the heart. It's the likelihood I kill next turn. So consider we have 4 attacks in there. This is all just going to be rough, back of the napkin, right? 4 attacks in there. We've got 7 cards. We're going to draw 5. So let's assume we get 3 attacks. Let's assume that we get the least powerful, the most powerful in the middle. So Anger, Strike, and Bash. That's 15, 9, Anger. Never mind, we actually defend this turn twice. I was wondering whether we use the extra attack. But I was pretty sure we were going to be okay without it. Pummel versus Warcry versus Wild Strike. Considering that Anger has a card cost and not an energy cost, to add another card that has a card cost and not an energy cost in Warcry is now a little bit debatable. I don't think I'll be taking any of those. Let's upgrade the Anger, then the Twin Strike directly after for a little bit more damage to kick through the Gremlin Knobs. Obviously, I didn't know it was going to be Gremlin Knob, but to kick through the elites, including Gremlin Knobs, such as... Lethal next turn? How likely? If I draw all of the strikes, I've got lethal. If I draw Bash and a strike, that's 15, 9. That's just short. I would have to draw all of the strikes to have lethal next turn. So that means that I don't want to start defending this turn. Otherwise, I'll increase the damage. Ah, you got me. Unceasing Top. Whenever you have no cards in hand during your turn, draw a card. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, well now we want to remove all of the expensive cards from our deck and add a bunch of 0 costs. I think I might just go all the way on the Unceasing Top build, so I'm taking Corruption here. Meat on the bone, nice. We are going to need the ability to heal, considering what we're about to do. Thorns are going to be particularly handy in this fight. Bash is just like a weaker version of 2 strikes here. Oh no, but I can play all of them anyway. Never mind. All works out in the end. Unfortunately, our Unceasing Top is not going to be capable of working in this combat, which is a not good bad thing. I don't need to over-defend. Okay. This is going to be a close one, considering I've already burnt all of the defenses out of the deck. No, I haven't. I've got 2 more. Nice. Unfortunately, we didn't get the other one on the right turn. That would just be to say the previous turn. Thank you for the ridiculous amount of healing at the end of that combat. Rage versus Reaper versus Shockwave. I'm actually kind of into Rage here. For the 0 cost cycling, gives us defense while we do it. The difficulty here is I really want to remove Bash because it's going to be costly. I think I remove a strike, but the Bash is going to chunk up my ability to cycle with the whole Corruption, Anger, Rage kind of thing. I think I have to rest here because I think this elite could easily just hand my butt to me. Yeah, Gremlin Knob that starts with extra strength is a little bit terrifying. I do like that I get to burn all my skills out of the deck here first. Oh, hell yeah! That could scarcely have worked better. Rage does need to get out of the deck so that I can continue doing the cycles. Obviously, Ascender's Vein needs to burn before I can actually go off. All right, we did not need to rest there. Damn. Self-forming clay. Whenever you lose HP, gain 3 block next turn. As well as Inflame versus Headbutt versus Sword Boomerang. Inflame would be really nice. Gives us a little bit of extra damage on the fact that we're playing a lot of attacks. We're going to have a lot of difficulty with this fight. We actually may need to avoid playing Corruption. Can we win if we avoid playing Corruption? We're going to get severely attacked next turn. All right, I'm going to Rage, then Corruption, then Defend and Trench Twin Strike. I think I do need to have the aggression here. Okay, we've burnt out Ascender's Bane. So now we should be able to cycle, you know, much better. As soon as a burn is included in our deck, we have a problem. That problem fast approaches, by the way. And there it is. However, the more angers that we put in the deck, the more we can dilute out the effect of that burn. Now that we've also burnt out Rage, we have another problem. Okay, never mind. It was incredibly incorrect for me to consider not just playing out the corruption and dealing with it. Good. Now I know that for future. Limit Break. Yep. Because I need a scaling element for the final combat. Ugh, this is really annoying. Okay, so we don't actually technically need that much energy, but every point of energy that we get means that we can cycle through another card with the Unceasing top, so that's another strike getting us to our next anger, that kind of thing. So having extra energy is really, really big. Not being able to have any gold means that I won't be able to remove the cards that are chunking up the deck so that I need the extra energy to play through to get to them. It's an Ouroboros. No, it's not. It's a catch-22 is what it is. Obviously, Velvet Choker is not even slightly a consideration here because it would completely kill the deck. The reason it is not a consideration is because it's specifically bad with this deck, not because it is complete garbage and an instant loss anytime you take it, especially on Ironclad, who has access to very expensive cards. I want to make that very, very, very clear. Astrolabe, when pick up, transform 3 cards, then upgrade them. That could be great, or it could give me a very expensive card and then immediately ruin my deck. I'm going to take Ectoplasm. I'm frustrated that I have to take Ectoplasm, but I'm going to take Ectoplasm. That's like... Ooh, hang on, have I even removed a card from my deck? Oh, I've removed a couple, in fact. Okay, so I'll only get 1 more card removal out of the money that I currently have. Whee! I got 6 strength on that first turn. That's not bad. We're gonna have a lot of difficulty fighting this enemy. I can't put the Daze in my deck because they immediately invalidate the Unceasing top. Uppercut, Body, Slam, and Iron Wave. Iron Wave would be a nice way to get some defense in this deck despite the fact that I consistently attack. But the problem is the defense that it gives us is so small. It's so small. A Relic for Writhe, which I would then remove in the upcoming spaces. No. The average Relic is not going to be better than that for me. For this deck in particular, for me. See the qualifiers there? The really frustrating thing about fighting these enemies in this particular space is that they just take all of my money. I can't get it back because Ectoplasm does not allow me to take it back. I should still have enough for the card removal that I wanted, but gosh, it's annoying. Funnily enough, I don't think we would be able to win this floor without meat on the bone, but with it, I think we actually stand a reasonable chance. Nope. Weak potion over a dex potion, actually. See, the thing is, if this gives me the Necronomicon, I can't take it and pivot, because then I already killed my deck in the water. If it gives me the Enchiridion, that's great. If it gives me Nilri's Codex, that's great. Okay. Damn it! I can't. I cannot do that. This deck is currently only capable of succeeding off of the back of the fact that it's using Unceasing top to provide a ridiculous amount of draw. It's really frustrating. All right, I'm actually going to be skipping that shops. Oh, cool. Preserved Insect. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less HP. Not bad. Specifically, I'm doing that so that I can get a rest before I go for my first elite this floor, because otherwise I think I'm dead. Don't draw corruption. Why do I talk? I always just bring about my own doom. That weaken potion on the backliner turned out to be a really, really good idea. I was actually a little on the fence about it at the time, but very pleased with how it went down. Get 'em, boys! Right. Get 'em, anger. Nice. Are we below half HP yet? No, we aren't, but we can't get there without taking way more than the amount of damage I would like to take, or would rather be comfortable with taking. Toxic Egg, when you add a skill card to the deck, upgrade it. That's really good, because the skill cards are going to be fine for us, right? Drop Kick provides draw that we don't need. Metallicize gives us a little bit of defense, where this deck doesn't really have it, but it also slows down the ability for this deck to take off, which is what will kill this deck. If I take Havoc, it just plays a card for me. If it exhausts an Anger, at the very least the Anger goes back in my deck. Is there anything it could exhaust that I don't want exhausted? No. Take an Anger. Take a Havoc. Okay. Certain fights, we're not going to be able to play Corruption, and in those fights, we're going to have to rely on Rage as most of our defense. Sapphire Key versus the Omamori. Omamori is really important for this deck because it will prevent us from picking up curses that will just screw us, effectively. I say effectively, I mean literally, but I guess I'm trying to walk back the crudeness of the statement. I just lost. Why? Why did I do that? Alright, we're gonna need something from the power potion in order to help us. Demon form. No, Dark Embrace, definitely. Okay, not getting the extra strength, fine. We need this deck to just suddenly go off because I completely gimped the ability of us to do anything. Okay. Take 1 damage here. Yeah. Without Dark Embrace there, we would have lost. Dark Embrace helped us bootstrap the start of that kind of combo. There's the Barricade. There's Rupture as well. So we've not only got Self-Forming Clay, but we've got Rupture. So we're suddenly incentivized to take the Rupture because it upgrades to be 0 cost, by the way. Whew, I had actually never seen that beta art. But it upgrades to be 0 cost. Warcry we can actually take now that we have the Unceasing top to balance out our draw. Upgrade Rupture. It becomes 0 cost. None of these deal damage to me is the thing. But I could start taking things that deal damage to me for really good effect. What would I be taking in that circumstance? Like, we don't want to be in a fight for multiple turns, so Brutality is kind of eh. Like, if we're in a fight for multiple turns, we're going to lose. We don't have the HP to survive it. I, in fact, don't believe that this deck is going to be capable of beating the heart. But I like to try it. How are we going to get the wounds out of that deck? We're going to need, like, a medical kit or something. Anyway. We'll take a Warcry. Yeah. Turn could have been a lot worse. It could have been as bad as that turn. Ah, this is where I really like it. I'll limit break, then corruption. Now I get to keep it. Yes. Play it again. I'm on 12 and life's grand. We're not below half HP yet. No, we are exactly below half HP. It's extremely good. Get the full value of the healing there. Pawn Strike versus Havoc versus Warcry. Not Havoc, thank you. I'll upgrade Twin Strike. It has more of an immediate impact this way. I'm thinking that I probably take the key. Oh, Sapphire Key here, definitely. I'm thinking I might now take the Recall. Leaves me with a better opportunity next floor to upgrade whatever card I might get after this boss fight. Don't Corruption. Woo, that's exactly the card that we wanted to draw there. Hell yes. Whoa, you have an animation for hitting you now? That's dope as hell. I'm going to put the Strike atop the deck. Then burn it so that I don't ever have to draw it again. It's 50-50 that I draw Corruption if I play that, and I don't want to do it. But now I get to Limit Break, then Corruption. That's the order that I want as well. Hell yeah. We are very close to go off time. Actually, don't even want to play Rage here. Nope, I have to continue the combo. Sorry, Rage. There's our extra strength. If we get another limit break, we are totally going to take that, by the way. I basically just need lethal this turn, otherwise. We'll see how it goes, but... Very much like to have lethal. Don't put Bash on top of the deck. Damn it! Never mind, we're fine. Well, Exhume has the ability to pull back a limit break. In fact, an anything. Double tap would be nice because we could get a lot of angers into the deck through the first shuffle, but that means double tap and anger have to be in the same hand. That's a little bit laborious. I do need to get the Bash out of the deck. It is suddenly not good because it's just too much. It's too much. Full stop. Take Exhume. Whenever you lose HP, draw one card. If only we had, like... God, if we had a Pain in the deck, we could actually go off. Funny, that. Okay. Busted Crown. See, the problem with Busted Crown here for me, in particular, is I need Anger. Anger is the engine of this deck. I need more copies of that card. To take Busted Crown would give me the extra energy that I really need to cycle through a lot of things, but it would jeopardize our ability to capitalize on Anger. Philosopher's Stone. 1 strength rather than 2. However, I believe that increasing the potency of the heart in any way in a deck that is, let's face it, it has no defense, is going to kill us. Oh, whoa. It's Runic Cube. Hear me out. We need to get into the final boss fight with all of our HP remaining, so I don't know how we're going to do that, but Beat of Death will trigger on all of my card plays after I have Rage out, so if I don't have... If I'm not playing Rage yet, so I will just draw every single time I play an Anger, and I can eventually whittle my deck down to just Angers and just cycle Angers infinitely. Now, the thing is, I'll be able to get 300 damage in a turn, 300 damage in a turn, but I will be taking like 20 or so, 300 damage in a turn. Imagine the enemy's not vulnerable. I've got 8. Then I've got the Inflame with the Limit Break as well, so 6, so 14. 14 for 300. 14 for 300 is like Well, it's 10 times, it's 20, it's just over 20. That's cool, but I think it would kill us. I'm going to be taking Busted Crown. We are now less incentivized actually to remove the bash because we can now pay for it a little bit more readily. Okay. Put Havoc atop the deck because I'd like it to burn bash if possible. Yeah, got rage. Damn it, that's... See, I can't entirely go off on the first turn because of Ascender's Bane. What do we even want to pull back? Rage, definitely. Okay. Twin Strike and Bash are really starting to step on my toes a lot here. Yes, extremely yes on the flex. That's a lot of early damage that can be pushed now. That's not the card I wanted to lose. I'm going to pull back the Warcry, looking for extra cards. Alright, well, at least we've got a lot of cards out of the deck now. RHP is not happy with that, though. That was my corruption that we just lost. Thankfully, I can kill both of the exploders without issue or regret as well. That's quite good. Nice. Another flex. Okay, and the flexes are pre-upgraded as well. If these ever put a burn in my deck, I immediately lose. Can't do it. They can just decide to fill your deck with burns on turn 1. There'd be nothing I could do. Pulling back another Entrench there gives me a lot more flexibility. Because I can survive almost all of it. Oh my gosh. Now this is a limit break. Bash is gone, or? Yeah, very first card I encounter, of course. Got him. Okay. Medical kit. I literally just can't get medical kit anymore, and the reason is because if I go to a shop, where am I going to get the money? Sadistic Nature. Whenever you apply a debuff to an enemy, they take 3 damage. We don't really apply debuffs at all. But it also doesn't really chunk up our hand. The problem is, in the first shuffle, if we have a bunch of zero-cost cards and Ascender's Bane, we don't get to spend all of our energy because Ascender's Bane happened to turn up that early. So to take another zero-cost card that has no benefit for the deck means that I create the possibility of a lot more dead draws on a rester. This could be a really bad fight for us. If I can kill that backliner, I'm going to feel really, really much more. Whoo, all right. I feel really, really much more now. Okay, we'll bring back Warcry and see what it gets. I don't want to make the rest of my deck more expensive. Just don't instantly draw Bash. Well, I'll give him this much. It wasn't instantaneous. On more attacks. Yeah. Kunai. Every time. No, it doesn't work. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dex. Obviously, really good. But does it do anything for this deck at all, even slightly? No. No, it doesn't. I don't have decks after I do all of the things that I do. Mercury Hourglass at the, or rather, I don't have anything that can benefit from decks after that. At the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Begin to fall. Lose a bash. Hell yeah. This is exactly the kind of combat we want as well. Okay. Havoc plays, Havoc plays. Alright. Warcry, I'm looking for corruption, by the way. But a Havoc burning a strike ain't that bad either. Corruption. And got it in play. Come on, Elite. Give me the dead branch. You know I deserve it. I mean, not that that's the only way that you can win, but also it does work really well. If I put an Iron Wave in this deck at this point, I would suddenly have something to benefit from that Kunai, and that would be nice, I guess. Bag of Marbles at the start of each combat apply 1 vulnerability to all enemies, as well as a body slam. We do occasionally get a lot of block. But the thing is, we get all of that block by cycling through all of our cards. So if I have to empty all of the cards in my hand, including a body slam, then I'm gaining the block thereafter. I need to cycle back to the body slam before it's good. And I typically don't have any block like 2 turns into the fight. For the same reason that I didn't take Sadistic Nature, I'm not going to be taking body slam. I'm upgrading the cards that will remain in the deck after we do what we do. Regal Pillow is nice. Don't think it's going to be necessary at all. Or useful. But nice. Right. Sure. Come on, and sure. Havoc plays, Havoc plays. A defend. No corruption. Nice. Woo, woo, woo. Got the Ascender's Bane as well. That's really good for us. Yeah. We should now pretty much be untouchable. That'll do it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Another Anger pre-upgraded. I'll upgrade a Entrench, just so if I have to play it before I get the other cards out. Just okay with it. Oh, they're going to be putting Dazed into my deck. I think I need to use the Strength Potion here, because the Dazed will just kill me. Corruption, Warcry is nice. I'd really like if I now got Limit Break before the Ascender's Bane. Would be extremely good. Limit Break now, please. Please, please, please. Yeah! Woo! I'm going to bring back and play again. Limit Break, and now we win. Yeah, that even with all of the days that they're going to put into our discard pile, it's going to be really difficult to stop me at this point. If you need any proof for that, just consult what just happened. Damn. Not gonna perfect it. This is an A15 run, by the way. Imagine if this was just a straight up A15 run. Oh man, that'd be cool as hell. Anyway, Conscious begins to fade, and we go to the final act. Heartbreaker time. I don't know if it's gonna be possible, but I like to try things. I think I just take the extra 6 HP there. You are kidding me. Upgraded anger on sale. I'm gonna Havoc to burn out the Ascender's Bane here. It's gonna make my life a lot easier. Means I can go off on the first turn. Okay. Oh, let me go off. I mean, we have more angers. With the more, like, with 3 angers in the deck, we are going to be so much more capable of getting this to go off so much earlier. It is going to be nutty. We actually might get into the final fight with some legitimate HP remaining. I'm mystified by that, almost. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have called it that early. Well, at the very least, we're below half HP, so we get as much a heal as we could. Girya, which is now unuseful, useless. Can't take whirlwinds. I'm gonna Havoc before I Corruption here. What artifact did... What did... What? Oh, I just kept the flex. Right. Fair enough. Guess I want to bring back flex and play it. Havoc got out the Ascender's Bane. That is incredibly good. We got out Warcry. Flex into Anchor. I'm looking for Limit Break, obviously, now. I'm actually building my next turn block by doing all of this, by the way. Which is actually really good. Limit Break. We might actually win this. Holy hell. I should just continue cycling until I have as many angers as I can possibly put in the deck. Those all go into my draw pile, which is really bad, but at the very least I have a lot of defense this turn because of all the damage I took last turn. Alright. I think we're just dead, yeah. I don't think we can defend against this turn. Yeah. We needed something like, well, I mean, we got the slime and the burn. It's the slime burn wound. So we would have needed something to burn those out that would not have got burnt in my first cycle. So we needed like a Fiend Fire, but then the Fiend Fire would have got them burned in the first cycle. So, like, I just don't know if, I don't know if that build is capable of beating the heart, which I was aware of the entire time, mind. But I got that build and I really wanted to do that build. And it was a really cool build and I had a lot of fun doing it. You don't always need to win to have fun. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game. It's been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. And hopefully we'll see you next time.